Hey guys, today is going to be a video basically. It's going to be a rant in essence about Counterpoints, this YouTuber, this washed up 47-year-old dude who's figuring out how to debate on YouTube finally, who apparently cannot find a lane to be in. And so if you look over here, he's recently debating actual justice warrior about how do we deal with crime and criminals, which is bullshit because that's not what it's named when actual justice warrior covered it. And the reason why I'm making the rant is because I feel like he's very annoying and he's very pathetic. And if you think about it, now if you look at the about section, he's saying, okay, politics and the culture war. Well, how is that substantive? How is that substantive at all? And I'll tell you how. So basically, when you look at him, he's a very empty slate. And the problem I have with people that are empty slates is that they get you to waste a lot of time watching them, and you don't ultimately know what they're getting at until it's too late. So, for example, with this guy, I happened to see him on a debate panel, didn't have a strong opinion of him, and apparently he was okay enough for me to watch several hours of his content till I realized this guy has no profound ideas. What do I mean? This guy apparently I don't know how the hell he, got into YouTube, but basically he started getting into politics as a retired cop. Okay, I guess he didn't make it as a police officer, and so he's talking about my, Jordan Peterson. Like, okay, so as you can see here, he's just starting to get red pilled over a year ago. Okay, I was watching Jordan Peterson in middle school, so this isn't very profound. And again, I don't have anything personal against this guy. I'm just making the rant because why does he exist is my question. All right, so keep that in mind. Let's keep going. So if you look over here, he's making a lot of basic bitch points like all cops are bastard. Oh, wow, that's so difficult for you. Then he's talking over here with Faraday Speaks a year ago. Faraday Speaks being a not a wignat, a guy who said he was a wignat, but turns out to be a Fed who's basically warning people about the alt-right pipeline, which is sort of true, but not really. And then he's over here talking about how Nick Fuentes isn't a Nazi and that we have to be more reasonable. So you start to think, okay, well, is he right wing? What's going on here? And he's defending the cops in these videos. Okay, so then what position are you exactly? But then he's talking to Vaush right here. And you got to think, okay, well, either he's confronting him very, very boldly or he's kissing ass to climb the ladder of YouTube. And it's obviously the second option. And when you move on, you go to more video topics, like for example Fuentes' Catboy cancellation, which I think is actually kind of based because Nick needs to be called out, or he should have a year ago, and I got shit for that a year ago, and you know what, he was right about that. At least I was. Okay, the Catboy thing, inexcusable. I'm not taking that back. That was terrible optics. I don't know how you could rationalize that. Oh, he was hanging out with a buddy. Yeah, okay, and so oh yeah, no, my buddy. Yeah, he puts horse dildos in his mouth. It's funny. No, it isn't. Gross. Anyways, he's talking to Counterpoints a lot, and the thing is that why would you talk to Counterpoints, a transvestite, a mentally disordered person, a person who is reprobate, a person who will be feeling the dry heat of hell for eternity, unfortunately. And the fact is if you were to talk to this person once and say, you know what, you are disgusting, you're reprobate, I'm going to debate you and you're done, okay, fine. But no, it's, well, I actually respect, pussyfoot. And then talking to them over and over again. What self-respect do you have? So clearly not a conservative if you're talking to transvestites all the time without challenging them on their own existence, which is, immoral as fuck, okay? And then again, America First platform with the boomer breakdown. Well, okay, so he's coming from the boomer perspective. Okay, well, if that's the case, why are you resourceful? Why are you useful to YouTube? If you're targeting a demographic of 20-year-olds, why the hell are you saying, well, me as a 40-something-year-old who looks like he's in his 50s, I'm going to tell you about my non-nuanced perspective on gripers. Really? Who the fuck signed up to see that? So, again, interesting. We move on. And, again, there's a lot of basic bitch videos that a lot of people were making in 2015, and the fact that he still thinks that's relevant is kind of concerning. Anyways, he goes on, and I'm just making this shit up, okay? Why? Because I want to make this video. Now, we move on to the next example. Faraday Speaks, evolution of the far right. So he's getting this information from the Fed. And by Fed, I mean he doesn't necessarily need to be funded by the CIA, but this guy is totally disingenuous. The Faraday Speaks guy is a homo. And by that I mean he's lame. He clearly didn't have any connections. He didn't have much going on in the alt-right. And then he goes on to poop on it. And again, I'm not alt-right, or at least I'm not, a wignat, but again, this guy glows in the dark. And this cop, this retired police officer, thinks it's cool to talk to this guy. I don't know why. And then he makes another video, right, on Vaush, more Vaush, more Vaush, more Vaush. If you're necessarily going to be talking to Vaush and you're not challenging him on just him as a person, what the hell are you doing? I get, okay, let's debate him one time. Blood sports one time with this degenerate. No, but you're talking to him over and over again. So what is this? It's all relative with this guy. Where is the morality? He doesn't have any, apparently. Okay, he's talking to these transgenders, people that defend cheese pizza, and by cheese pizza, I mean child corn, if you know what I mean. And so, yeah, Vaush is evil. He's gross. I wouldn't trust him around anybody under the age of 15. And so, again, he's talking to him. Why? Faraday Speaks. Fed. Okay, Counterpoints. Transvestite. Vaush. Gross. Reprobate. And then who? Destiny? Destiny's like the most normal person this guy talks to up until this point, apparently. Okay, we move on. And we see more reaction videos. That's fine. I don't care. Now, what I will point out is he makes a parody video, or he gets a clip of Nick Fuentes saying that Trump will win the future presidential election. And then he says, Nick Fuentes nails the most recent election. Let's go. So he's being, he's trolling Nick, which makes no sense because we all know what happened last year. And again, I can't be super specific, but the point is he's mocking the people who supported Stop the Steal. Meanwhile, this guy just takes whatever Biden does and takes it up the ass because, again, he doesn't want to fight for anything. He's completely ambivalent to politics, and by ambivalent, I mean he isn't sticking to a side necessarily. He's dilly-dallying and wavering to see where the wind is blowing, where he feels like, oh, this peer-reviewed study changed my mind. Really? Why would that change your mind? If you're a 45-year-old man, 42-year-old man, whatever have you, you should have your opinions cemented. Okay, I'm 18. I have the vast majority of my opinions set, mostly because of my religion. I will not change my opinion on abortion, gay marriage, all this garbage, because, again, I have a moral founding that is profound. And so, by and large, I'm not going to change my opinions on jack shit for the next 60, 70, 80 years, okay? Whereas this guy, 6 months ago, would have been a completely guy compared to what he is now, okay? So, opportunistic? Maybe. Not too much, because if he were, he'd be smarter about the way he conducts himself. Now, we keep reading more Vaush shit. More Vaush. Bro, this is your 20th Vaush video. Stop ankle biting a commie. Stop. Okay? Debating Demon Mama. Like, what the fuck is this? Demon Mama, who is another transgender. Again, what the hell is going on in here? Right? Then he's talking to Fanatic. I think he's a gay black guy who blames everything on the white man. Okay? Another simp for Black Lives Matter. And he's talking to these people buddy. What's going on here? He's talking to these faux right people, these center right people like Lawrence Southern, and again, trying to cozy up to these leftists. So what is this guy? Oh, he's a centrist, bro. Shut the fuck up. There's no such thing as a genuine centrist unless you're going to be very relativistic and atheist. And if that's the case, then your opinion is relevant because, number one, you don't have the principle of sticking to certain things in politics, as well as you simply do not have the religious founding to have any moral takes, okay? Now, move on. We'll move on to this next piece of content, and that's Counterpoints takes the political compass, and we're going to see what he scores, okay? This is as of March of this year. He scores in the center of the quadrant, center left, okay? So he's slightly authoritarian, and he's to the left on economics. What the fuck does that mean? I, for example, am more in the blue, of course, and a little more authoritarian. So I know my position. This guy apparently doesn't. He's in the slight red. What the hell does that mean? So you're barely authoritarian. You're talking to all these degenerates, and you're left economically. You're garbage, bro. What the fuck? And then he's talking to Dylan Burns, who's another weirdo. We move on. And he's explaining all these things like we care. He's saying, oh, I need to white pill Lawrence Southern, who's aging like just fucking trash, honestly. And then he's saying, I'm going to try to white pill Lawrence Southern on discourse. What? That's the whitest thing I've ever fucking read in my life. I'm gonna try to white pill some aging 30-year-old woman on discourse. What discourse? Again, weird, weird. And I think if he's watching this, he wouldn't understand because he is necessarily old and he doesn't get my references. And he's probably thinking, well, this guy seems racist. Oh, this guy is really far right. It's like, well, first of all, I'm not even white. And again, this is some cracker stuff, bro. Oh, I'm gonna watch some black content and I'm gonna be talking about it in a way that's not offensive. Okay, pussy, really? Okay. And again, I've seen a lot of his videos on my other account. Okay, not on this one, but my other account I use that I watch YouTube on. Okay, we move on. All right. So he's on all sorts of debate panels, and a lot of them that are irrelevant, by the way. So here we are with another one. Death penalty panel. And again, this guy's like losing his mind, right? He's losing his mind on the thing. He's losing, I mean, the coloration of his hair is dying. He's saying my right-wing sympathies. What right-wing sympathies, bro? You're supposed to be right-wing completely. Where are you? All right. And then we move on. Next up, we are reading profanity, alcohol, sex appeal. And look at his face. He's soy jacking on these. He's losing his mind. He's saying, oh my God, this is where I moderately disagree with the left. This is where I somewhat agree with the right. But I'm not racist, bro. Really? What a pussy. What a pussy. Okay? And a guy who has an IQ over 100 would know that Vaush is an evil, duplicitous, sociopathic bitch. And guess what? This guy does not call him out on his bullshit. Okay? Instead, he's all civil with Vaush. How is that even smart at all? Vaush is an evil son of a bitch. And for you to be like, oh, this guy's okay. No, he isn't. No, he's not. No, he's not. Get over it. Anyways, let's keep going. Bing, bing, brang, brang, brang. See, this is the awkward part of my videos because I don't edit, or I'm just scrolling up here. All right. Bum, 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 bum. So again, bad associations, bad topics for the videos, and bad takes. And the takes aren't even bad in so much as they are just bland and they are not there. Okay, here's a prime example of why I don't like this fucking guy, Counterpoints. Live your values, how I live my values. What values? This is how I rationalize talking to transgenders as a grown man, how I rationalize debating people that are 20 years younger than me and getting my ass kicked every time. Okay, here's how I rationalize debating a communist 15 different times and not budging anybody on anything in over a year of YouTubing. Okay, come on. So this guy needs to fuck off on that respect. Another debate: systemic racism and police reform. Who gives a shit? That is so trite. Everybody talks about this. Oh, racism, police reform. Shut the fuck up. We got enough of this, bro. Seriously. This is like, oh, arguing with the pussy hat in 2021. Really. We've been talking about this for 5 years at this point. Get over the police shit. It's so boring. Okay, if you were debating this in June of 2020, fine. This is over a year later. Can you miss me with that bullshit? It is so boring. Stop. Oh, the police are racist. I don't care. Get over it. Don't commit a crime. Jesus Christ. Stop it. You're so annoying. And then it's like, well, how can I get this gay black socialist dude to agree with me? Shut the fuck up. These people are irredeemable. They're annoying. Oh, but that's what Hillary Clinton said about the deplorables, and she was right. Just that it was opposite day, okay? Some of these leftists are just not savable. If you're an atheist, I'm not going to convince you on the gay stuff. I'm not. Because who cares? There's no God. According to these godless pieces of shit communists like Destiny or like Vaush in particular. But again, this guy doesn't have a strong stance or a strong foundation in his morality, which is why he debates these people, gets nowhere, and keeps being cordial with these guys. What's going on here, buddy? Anyways, the Great Replacement with Lauren Southern and Gassim. Again, Great Replacement. This is Lauren Southern content from 4 years ago. Where is it? Anyways, he's going to debate here gentrification and police reform with more black people, with more people that are victims constantly. Get over it. Larry Elder, who spends all the time talking about how welfare hurt the black family, doesn't talk about this bullshit all the time because he understands it and the fans get it, and he says, you know what, I've talked about the police shit for the 500th time. I'm going to knock it off. This guy seemingly cannot get the hint. Get over it. well, I'm gonna prove to you how we can make reforms to the justice system, meanwhile not caving to the left, as well as not being racist. Who cares? You were a cop. You know they weren't that racist. You know they weren't that corrupt. You know that they were pretty effective. And you're over here entertaining these losers, these pasty white motherfuckers in their basements, talking about, oh, but the police treats black people wrong. Bro, you don't even live with the black people. How would you know? Stop. Oh, here's a peer-reviewed study showing that this. Who gives a shit, you fucking nerd? Go back to arresting more minorities, okay? That's all you apparently were good for, because when you're going on YouTube, you're not making any good content. And, you could redirect that to, lol, you're not making anything good. Oh, I'm not saying I'm that good. I'm saying I'm better than this guy because I know what I'm doing more so than this guy. This guy's aimless. And plus, again, he's in his 40s, okay? So, yeah, okay, so he could be better. And guess what? He's twice my age, bro. So get the fuck over yourself. And I'm assuming he's watching this. That's fine. Anyways, and if this guy wants to debate me on something, he can go ahead and do that, okay? If I have the free time, I will debate this guy. Why not? It'll be easy. All right. Okay, Lauren Southern. Clickbaiting with the Lauren Southern. Stop it. All right. And then, posting the blonde pics of Lauren when she was in her mid-20s. Get the fuck over yourself, bro. She has a kid. She's in her 30s now. I don't want anything to do with that, with the brown hair, really. Yeah, I'm gonna show pictures of Lauren when she was substantially better looking. And she was never that cute, but still above average. And now she's dead average. Okay, so come on. Hey guys, I'm going to clickbait you with aging Lauren Southern, and I'm going to clickbait you with transvestite points, and I'm going to also clickbait you with Stephen Bonnell, who's non-binary apparently, and we're also going to be spamming Vaush, okay? And then another video called Am I the Asshole Extreme Dad? Just look at this fucking guy's head, bro. What's going on here? Anyways, attacking my audience on systemic racism. Okay, this can be no good. Let's click on this. I have not clicked on it yet. Let's see this real quick. Okay, so he puts a lot of time in putting these edits down here. I cannot be bothered. Anyways, so if you see these comments, these are mostly nuanced, oh, well, see, this is a good perspective. Finally, there's people that are looking at both sides. This is a good discourse. This is what I fucking hate about politics on YouTube. This sort of centrist bullshit, playing to both sides. This pseudo centrist Bill Maher stick is not going to work here, bro. Fuck off. Oh, well, I can see both sides. No, you don't. And that's why centrists don't get power, because they're not decisive. They cannot pull the trigger. They cannot make the arguments in a way that is persuasive to one side. Instead, you're trying to play both, and that never works. It never works. Okay? So stop. Knock it off. All right. Anyways, he gets on to debating my boy, Actual Justice Warrior. And by my boy, I mean a guy who I really admire on YouTube, a guy who is a very nuanced Bill, a guy who is very intellectual insofar as he knows a lot of stuff that I don't even know, and that's important because I see it as a very undervalued asset, which is nuance. This guy debunked the whole BlackRock is buying up the middle class homes, a bunch of bullshit that people like Vaush and Shuan had, these stupid imbeciles, populist leftist imbeciles spout on and on about. He debunks Cal Kalinske, the Young Turks, great content. You may say, oh, that's so 2017. Yeah, well, at least he's giving a new angle. At least he's giving a nuance that Paul Joseph Watson could never do, that people like Hunter Avallone, before he was a transgender-looking, sissy little soy jack, and, before Filipino Alsup got kicked out of YouTube, he is now providing good content in that variety. So Actual Justice Warrior is a guy who could talk all day about the police, but doesn't, because he is smart and he doesn't give a shit about these debate panels as much as this bozo in the blue room. The Steve from Blue's Clues. What kind of blue is that? Old Navy? Anyways, let's read this. Actual Justice Warrior. How do we deal with crime and criminals? And when you look at the videos from Actual Justice Warrior, he has a completely different naming scheme, which makes me suspicious of this guy in particular. Now, if you look here at these comments, again, he's saying, oh, you're so confident to stride confidently into the center. Oh, you're so ballsy for trying to play to both sides. Okay, again, what kind of audience is devout enough to follow this guy? They're not devout at all. If you look at his views, almost none of them exceed the amount of the 50% mark. And you can say the same thing about my channel that's not doing well on the algorithm. But again, this isn't about me, it's about him. And again, so his appeal isn't really profound, and he got his ass kicked by actual justice warrior in this debate. And this is basically where he says, so look, this isn't my forte, okay, but preschools, I'm a little bit centrist, but preschool for all, I mean, that's a pretty reasonable thing. And in order to appeal to a conservative and libertarian like justice warrior, I'm going to say, well, we spend a lot of our endless wars, why don't we spend some of that on the preschool so that black people don't commit as much crime and get better head starts on life? Well, imbecile, actual justice warrior points out, well, all the benefits in all the universities or in all the studies that we can look at, it seems to me like the benefits of a pre-K education virtually go non-existent and don't affect anybody past the third grade. So while you may see a marginal increase in scores and all that for kids that got preschool education up until the second grade, after the third grade, they're not getting any benefit from being preschool graduates, okay? By that logic, there's no point in sending kids to preschool. Now, I personally see some utility, but again, he's just bringing shit up that sounds good because he doesn't have any good points. And so actual justice warrior, who actually knows how to debate the argument and who knows the facts more than this bozo who's like 20 years older than AGW, does not know how to do. So he beats the fuck out of him with facts and logic, and not the Ben Shapiro way, who, the fast talking, no, he's going to give him cold hard facts. Okay, look, here, your study is bullshit. This talking point is gay. And then what does Counterpoint say? He says, well, I'm not an expert, and well, this is the argument I was talking about, and look, we just need to be, shut the fuck up, dude. This guy is no better than Dave Rubin, other than Dave Rubin's a homo, but besides that, there's nothing better. And even this guy, I mean, come on. Okay, to sum this up, okay, I don't want to take forever on this. I want to tell you this. Counterpoint, personally, I have no problems with him, okay? He hasn't done anything to me. I haven't done anything to him but this video, obviously. But again, he's super annoying. I think the playing to the center is so annoying. It is so not depraved. It is just so bottom tier, spoon-fed. Oh, here you are. Oh, black people, I feel bad for you, but some of your points are bullshit here. And then, you right-wingers have been proven right about literally everything, but I mean, you gotta be more empathetic to the left, bro. Shut up, dude. Oh, I'm a former cop. I know what I'm talking about. Shut the hell up. The left doesn't care that you're an ex-cop. They think you're evil. The right doesn't care that you're an ex-cop because you simp for the left. So get rejected, okay? You're not sweet and you're not sour. I'm going to spit you out of my mouth, bro, okay? You're lukewarm garbage, okay? At least Vaush is a distinct leftist, okay? This guy, it's hard to peg him. Like that political compass, he's all over the place, okay? So pick a lane. If you don't, then get the hell off the platform. You're very annoying. And if you want to debate me, bro, like you seem so fascinated to do with these degenerates and these weirdos like Vaush and Destiny, then go ahead and, if you want to square up, if you want to debate, then go ahead and ask. And I'll probably do it. And insofar as AGW, congratulations to him for kicking Counterpoint's ass on this debate. It was so easy to beat him. And I would react to it if I haven't seen it yet, but I already have. So that's not on the books. Anyways, guys, again, nothing personal against Counterpoints. I just think he's very annoying, and the centrist gimmick is super stupid. So that's it. Thank you guys for watching. Comment down below what you think of Counterpoints if you know anything about him. If you don't, then I guess whatever. Anyways, finally, I'm gone.